There is no urgency when it comes to us. They waited 2 years before they even said it was foul play suspected in her case. I told him that my daughter was missing. And he was like, she probably's not missing. She just probably just don't want to be bothered. I was like, no, you don't understand. This is not her. I talk to this girl every day, all day. Literally had to pull my phone out and show him how many times a day this girl texts me or how many times a day she calls me. And I was frustrated. I was like, why do I have to plead my case? My daughter's missing. My children are my light. It's appalling the way they just put us on the back burner. They waited 2 years before they even said it was foul play suspected in her case, when you knew from the beginning. It's like it's a lot of disbelief when it comes to us, but they put a lot of urgency on women of the other color.
Typically, when a young woman or girl of color is reported missing, that case isn't taken seriously by law enforcement. The media has a fascination with young white women and girls that go missing, and they're typically blonde, blue-eyed, described as very attractive. Our young girls and women are not seen as victims. They're oftentimes adultified. They're fast and they're getting what they deserve. That is so untrue. Our young girls and even boys are victims of sex trafficking. That is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They target Black women and girls because, one, no one is going to look for them. And if they were caught, the penalty will not be as harsh as trafficking anyone else. We applaud Representative Ruth Richardson for introducing legislation in Minnesota to protect missing Black girls. It's an office that is needed, and it needs to be replicated across the country. There are some states that have looked at this legislation as a blueprint to protect those that are most vulnerable in their communities. The Ebony Alert will enhance the public communication alert system, where media platforms and social media platforms must work with law enforcement to help to amplify these cases of vulnerable missing Black women and girls between the ages of 12 to 25. The challenge with the Ebony Alert is to get law enforcement to activate it. They have to use the system that is in place. So you can put a system in place, but if it's not being utilized as intended, then there's no value to it. It takes all of us. It takes the media. It takes law enforcement to come together to help us find us. I ask you to learn about cases like Alexis Ware, Tiffany Foster, Ariana Fitz, Keisha Jacobs, and the list goes on and on and on and on of Black women who are missing, but you haven't heard about them because they have not garnered that national headline. But we cannot sit back and say this is someone else's problem.
I want her to come home. But if she's gone, I want closure. But if she was to ever to come home, I mean, it'll be amazing. You see how I'm lighting up?